What's up, Tim Sykes, millionaire mentor and trader here in quarantine in LA. Just watching the markets. Pretty crazy, volatile markets lately. Made about 42,000 for the month of April. Made about 51,000 for the month of March. I donate all of my trading profits to charity. These past 2 months, all of the profits will go to Direct Relief. I'm gonna include a link to Direct Relief right under this video. They provide masks and protective gear to medical workers, and these medical workers are so brave. Thank you, everyone. If you're a medical worker, if you know somebody, give my thanks, because they are so literally dedicated in this time of crisis, and it's very scary. But this video, I want to talk about something a little different, but I'm getting a lot of questions on Elon Musk tweeting about Tesla, and in his opinion, Tesla stock is too high. And if you don't know, Elon Musk is like the creator of Tesla. He's the biggest shareholder. He's the biggest cheerleader. He is basically Tesla. It could be called, Elonka would be a better name for his company. This is him. And he's saying like his company is overvalued. Now, there's a poll I put out on Twitter. Is he insane? Is he just blunt? Is he drunk or high? Because we've seen that, he often gets high, and he's done this a few times. Or has he just lost his mind? Leave a comment below. Was he drunk or high? I don't even know what number. I'm not going to do numbers. Was he drunk or high? Is he insane? Is he blunt? Or, is he just Elon? I don't even know. You tell me. What do you think Elon was on for tweeting that? Because in case you don't know, he's also had some tweeting problems in the past. He's had to go to court for it. He's won, but it's a big distraction from him running the company. And I actually tweeted, I said, wouldn't it just be better for some of these billionaires who go crazy on Twitter? just buy Twitter and shut it down. That would probably be the best investment they could make, because it causes more problems. But they love the idea of, being able to, just spread thoughts to millions of people. I think Elon has 30 or 35 million followers. Sorry, I have something in my eye, but we're just gonna leave this in because I wanna be real with you guys about everything. That's how I am. I'm blunt, but I would never say that, I often say penny stocks are overvalued, but I would never say my courses are overvalued or my teachings are overvalued, because they're not. I think my teachings are undervalued, by a factor of 5 or 10. I want to be honest about everything, but at the same time, especially if I'm CEO of a publicly traded company, you just have to use your brain a little bit. For a billionaire, multi-billionaire, one of the smartest people in the world, who probably he's probably going to save the human civilization. If we actually do make it to Mars, if Tesla sells more electric cars, I don't think anybody else in the world is more helpful to humanity. And you're how can someone so smart be so dumb? But that goes hand in hand. I mean, if you look at Steve Jobs' life, and he denied that he even had a daughter, and his daughter literally wrote a book and she hates him. And Steve Jobs, creator of the iPhone, creator of Apple, creator of so much, and he can't even be, a decent dad. He's a deadbeat dad. So don't think that everyone is perfect. People are not as simple as you want. But Elon Musk tweeting this, the stock, first of all, dropped 10% plus. So literally $10 billion wiped off its stock. I saw it, the stock was down from 760 to 740 when I saw it. It kept going. It was actually a pretty good short from 740 down to 680. So you could have made a nice 7-8% shorting it. If you trade options, it would have been even more. I was worried about shorting it. The other option was he just hacked? And this is what I was worried about, because I was this tweet looks like a hack. But, knowing how crazy Elon is, he's posted some crazy stuff before, you're just never sure. And he actually denied that it was hacked. He actually said to a reporter who asked him, was this a joke? And he said no. Anyone's free to express their opinions, but when you're CEO of a company and people are investing their hard-earned money, believing in you and your product, it's kind of just like a punch in the gut, haha, you put money in me, I don't believe in this, or I think that this is too overvalued. Now, to be fair, why would he say this? Would he just tweet this out of nowhere? He wasn't hacked. He might have been high or drunk, but I think his follow-up tweets tell a lot of the story, because his follow-up tweets are all about how he thinks the lockdown should end. He thinks that, this is anti-American, the whole lockdown and the quarantine. And so he's trying to say, look, I'm fighting for America's liberty. And when he first said that a few days ago publicly, everyone said, of course you want that because you want more of your cars sold. You just want your stock to go up higher. So I think in his mind, he's like, okay, let me negate that argument by saying I think the stock is too high. Then people will trust me and respect me as a thought leader. But in his little warped multi-billionaire mind, he didn't really think about the consequences of that because he wants to be thought of as a thought leader, but he also has a duty to shareholders. I can just imagine if you're a Tesla short seller, he has a lot of detractors, a lot of haters, a lot of people who've been betting against Tesla and they've been getting wrecked. And now they're seeing the stock go up and up pretty much every day. I mean, the stock has doubled off its lows, even with the coronavirus, even though it's still like $300 a share off its highs, but it's been very volatile. But the short sellers have been very frustrated. Then they see this as like a gift and they're just like, what is going on? Maybe he did it just to mess with the shorts. Maybe, to have shorts pile on and then he has some good news coming up in the next few days. That could be something too. Very curious case with no clear answer. I just sat back and watched. I didn't want to short because I was scared that he was hacked and then something would come out saying he was hacked and then the stock would pop. I didn't want to dip buy because there might have been more like lawsuits threatened. The whole market was down quite a bit on Friday. I didn't know how low it could go. I mean, the stock dropped basically $80 a share on his tweet, but it could have gone down $100 or $200 a share. I have no idea. When you find out that your CEO is potentially a lunatic, or at the very least, even if he's sane, there's something missing there. There's like a screw loose. I don't know. I'm a big fan of Elon. I'm a big fan of Tesla. But at the same time, I feel the pain for Tesla shareholders. I feel the confusion. I don't know what to make of it. Elon Musk is definitely unique. There's no other CEO in America or the world who has ever said that. I mean, even when Bear Stearns was on the brink of bankruptcy, they had the CEO on CNBC and they said, is your company failing? And they said, no, everything's fine. And the next day, the company went bankrupt. So CEOs, it's their job to cheerlead. It's their job to be as optimistic as possible. So when you say your stock is too high, even if you look at it by being blunt, this is obviously what he thinks, it's a smack in the face, a punch in the gut, whatever you want to say. And there probably will be lawsuits. And I hate, thinking about that because it's so stupid, but that's what happens. When you're CEO, the buck stops with you. And if you do something like this, he got in trouble with one of his tweets last time when Tesla stock was much lower in the 200s and 300s. And he says that there was going to be a buyout at 420, but it might have just been a weed joke. And then the stock actually went to the 900s. So a buyout at 420 would have been good for whoever bought it. But at the time, that tweet caused so much unnecessary pain and legal bills, really, for him and for Tesla. And I think it just shows that a lot of the smartest people in the world, the richest people in the world, they're not perfect and they don't have it all together. And Elon definitely has a few screws loose in his brain to tweet that. And I'm sure his lawyers are just raging at him, or maybe they're happy because now, he's going to have to pay their entire annual salaries again. My guess is, if you ask me not just to comment on the situation, but to guess what's going to happen, my guess is he's going to have to publicly apologize. My guess is he might even be taken off Twitter by his board, who they don't want to risk this again. He already had a problem in the past. He said he wouldn't do it again. Now he has. So it wouldn't surprise me if he's off Twitter. And that's sad because he tweets a lot of good stuff too, but it just stinks. He also said he was selling his homes and he's going into full crazy mode. So it is what it is. Leave a comment underneath this video. Let me know what you think. Was he hacked? Is he crazy? Was he drunk or high? Or is he just blunt? Let's see what you guys think. Cheers. Have a good day.